Hey everyone, welcome to PressTube. In this video I'm gonna make an iPhone 8 case. This is one that I printed on my 3D printer, but it's actually too hard to fit in the iPhone 8. I recently bought this and yeah, why not make a case for it? So yeah, these little buttons will also not work on this print because this is a solid material and you will not be able to press them. So I'm gonna make a silicone version of it, which actually serves a purpose and protects the phone. And I'm gonna add this powder to it. It's SolarColorDust. I'll provide a link in the description below to this product, and it reacts to sunlight. When you in the beginning it is blue, and when it's exposed to sunlight it will turn purple. So I think that will be a quite nice effect. Now what I need for this is silicone to make a mold from this case. This is 350 grams component A silicone, and this is 10%, 35 grams of component B for the silicone. When you add them together, it will solidify in about 3 or 4 hours. So I'm gonna put this case in this small box over here, and then I'm gonna add the silicone. First I'm gonna mix it, I'm gonna put it in the vacuum chamber to remove all the air bubbles, and then I'm gonna make the mold. And in about 3 to 4 hours it will solidify, and then I'm gonna pour in the other silicone with this powder to make the actual case. Okay guys, here we go. Now first I'm gonna pour, let's put that away a little bit. I'm gonna pour in this B component into the A component silicone, like this. Then I'm gonna mix it. Now, to be sure that everything is mixed well, I'm gonna pour it in another cup. I'm gonna scrape out all the silicone here from the sides. And then I'm gonna mix it again. The higher cup is also needed. When you put it in the vacuum chamber, the silicone rises, yeah, I think 300%. So if you leave it in this little cup, it will just come out over it, and yeah, all the entire vacuum chamber will be a mess. So it's needed to be able to remove all the air in the vacuum chamber. So now let's mix it a little bit more, like this. Now you can see that there are a lot of air bubbles in it, and if you would use the silicone like this to make the mold will have yeah, a lot of bubbles in it. So I'm just gonna put it in this little vacuum chamber over here. Now I'm gonna put on the lid like this. I'm gonna lower the camera a bit now so you can see what's happening. I'm now gonna hook up the vacuum pump and turn it on. And as you can see, the silicone is rising a lot. I hope it's not coming over it. Okay, it's already collapsing, so that's okay. Now I'm gonna leave the pump a bit on, so all the air can be extracted from the silicone. And then I'm gonna pour in the silicone to make the mold from the printed case. Okay, so before I put in the silicone, I have to make sure that the case won't go anywhere when I pour in the silicone. So I'm just gonna glue it in place with a glue gun, like this. Now turn it upside down and glue it like this. If you don't glue it in place, it will also come to the top of the silicone, because this is very light, the silicone is very heavy, and it will just start floating yeah, on top of the silicone. So now I'm gonna pour in the silicone like this. and now we have to wait for like 3 to 4 hours before the silicone has solidified, and then we can take out the print, and then we can pour in the silicone with this special powder to make the actual case. Okay guys, see you in 3 to 4 hours. So we're now 3 to 4 hours later, and now the mold is ready to be removed from this little box here. So here we go. So I'm now gonna use this sharp knife over here to cut out the 3D print, and then normally it will be ready to fill up with the silicone for the final phone case. So here we go. Okay guys, so as you can see, I removed the 3D print from the mold and it turned out quite nice, and now it's ready to pour in the silicone with the special powder. So I already mixed my silicone over here, and all I need to do now is add some of this powder over here, and then it's ready to be poured in the mold. This will be enough. Now mix it very well. Now let's put it in the vacuum chamber to remove the air. So all the air is removed from the silicone now, and now it's ready to be poured in the mold. So here we go. Okay guys, it's a couple of hours later now, and the phone case has solidified in its silicone mold over here. So I'm now gonna take it out, and I hope my iPhone 8 will fit in it. So now let's take out this phone case first. Here we go. Okay guys, I took out the case from the mold, and this is the result. Turned out quite nice, as you can see. You can also see the buttons and the holes for the charging cable and the speakers. Now I will put in my iPhone, and you will see that it fits nice and tight in there, like this. And all the buttons are working also, as you can see. So yeah, it turned out quite nice, this case. Now I will show you what it does when you expose this case to sunlight, but because it's already 9:30 out here, there is no sun anymore, so I bought a UV light. It's up here, and with this switch I can turn it on and off. So I'm now gonna hold my fingers on here, and I will put on this light. I will wait a couple of seconds, and then you can see the effect on this color changing powder. You can also see it on this logo over here. I will explain later what this does here. So I'm gonna turn off the light now, like this, and now you can instantly see the effect on this iPhone case. If I put my fingers this way and I turn on the light, you can see that this blue is turning purple, and if I turn it off again, you can clearly see where my fingers have been. So I think that's a very awesome effect. Now for this logo, because not everyone has an iPhone 8, I'm gonna give away this. It's a Superman logo, and it also has this powder inside it, because I made a lot of silicone for this case. This was a leftover, so I poured it in this Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman logo. I poured it in here like this, and this is the result. So I will also show you the effect on this Batman versus Superman logo. Turn on the light a bit, let the UV light do its work, turn it off, and then you can see the effect. So yeah, this will be on a giveaway, and the only thing you have to do is put a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and yeah, let me know in the comment why you want this Superman logo. And I also want to show you this case and this one. This was a tryout in the beginning that turned out quite bad, and this was my first attempt, and that turned out even worse. The sides are all messed up. As you can see, it also has this powder inside. It will change color, but it will not function as an iPhone case, you see. So guys, I hope you liked the video, and yeah, if you did, please consider to give this a thumbs up, and see you next time. Bye bye!